The Supreme Court on Thursday said it was very deeply disturbed by the video of two women being paraded naked in Manipur, terming it simply unacceptable in a constitutional democracy. Taking cognizance of the video, a bench headed by Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrakant asked the centre and Manipur government to take immediate action. It observed that using women as an instrument to perpetrate violence in a charged atmosphere is simply unacceptable and that the visuals indicated gross constitutional violation and infraction of human rights. We are very deeply disturbed by the videos which have emerged yesterday about the way those two women were paraded in Manipur, said the bench, also comprising Justices P.S. Narasimha and Manoj Misra. I think it is time that the government really steps in and takes action because this is simply unacceptable, the CJI said. It is grossest of constitutional and human rights violation, he said, adding that the court is conscious of the fact that the video, which appeared on Wednesday, was of the 4th of May but that makes no difference. As soon as the bench assembled to hear mentioning of matters, the CJI said the Apex Court had requested Attorney General R. Venkataramani and Solicitor General Tushar Mehta to come to the court. What action has been taken since May to bring the perpetrators to book, and second, what action is the government taking to ensure that this is not repeated, because who knows, it may have been isolated, it may not be isolated, it may be a pattern, the CJI told both the law officers. He said in history and across the world, use of women as an instrument to perpetrate violence in these situations happens, but in constitutional democracy, this is unacceptable. Sharing the deep concern expressed by the CJI, Mehta said such incidents are simply unacceptable. Mehta said the government is also seriously concerned by the incident and he will apprise the court about the steps taken in this regard. In its order, the bench said the court is deeply disturbed by the visuals which have appeared in the media about the perpetration of sexual assault and violence on women in Manipur. We are of the view that the court must be apprised of the steps which have been taken by the government to hold the perpetrators accountable and also to ensure that such incidents are not repeated in the strife in Manipur, it said. The visuals which have appeared in the media would indicate gross constitutional violation and infraction of human rights, the bench said, adding, we direct both the union government and the state government to take immediate steps and to apprise the court of what action has been taken. The bench has posted the matter for hearing on the 28th of July. Tension mounted in the hills of Manipur after the 4th of May video surfaced on Wednesday showing two women from one of the warring communities being paraded naked by a few men from the other side. The video was doing the rounds on the eve of a planned protest march announced by the Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF, on Thursday to highlight their plight. At least 150 people have been killed and several hundred injured since ethnic violence broke out in the state on the 3rd of May, when a tribal solidarity march was organized in the hill districts to protest against the Meitei community's demand for scheduled tribe saint status. The top court, while hearing a batch of petitions on the violence in Manipur, had earlier said it was not a platform to be used for escalating tensions in the state and asked the warring ethnic groups to exercise restraint during court proceedings. New Delhi, a complaint was filed at Berwick-Hamba Road Police Station here against 26 political parties, accusing them of making improper use of the name India for their alliance for undue influence in elections and violating the Emblems Act, police said on Wednesday. The complaint was filed by Avnish Mishra. No case has been registered so far, they said. The complainant cited news reports that 26 political parties have constituted an alliance and have decided to name it India, which is an abbreviation for Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance. He alleged it was improper to use the name India for undue influence and personation at elections by these political parties. Clearly, the aforenamed political parties have contravened Sec. 3 of the Emblems Act by using the name India as the name of their political alliance and hence are liable to be punished under Section 5 of the said Act, the complaint stated. The Emblems and Names, Prevention of Improper Use Act seeks to prevent the improper use of certain emblems and names for professional and commercial purposes. Mishra requested in his complaint that police take necessary action against these parties. On Tuesday, 26 opposition parties announced the formation of their coalition, Indian National Developmental Inclusive Alliance, India, to unitedly take on the ruling NDA in the Lok Sabha election next year.
Yeah.